Hello, and welcome to the Residential Care Occupancies PowerPoint presentation. In this module, we'll take a close look at the R2.1, R4, and I2 occupancies and how to differentiate one from another. We'll also look at the special provisions for each of these occupancies and the codes that govern them. The Group R2.1 occupancy covers occupancies that provide supervised personal care services on a 24-hour basis. Examples of this occupancy classification are residential care facilities for the elderly, residential care facilities for the chronically ill, community correction reentry centers, work furlough programs, and drug and alcohol treatment facilities. The code permits more than 6 non-ambulatory clients in this occupancy type. This occupancy type is required to be licensed by the State of California Community Care Licensing. The FCIP advisor will conduct the initial inspection. Subsequent inspections will be conducted either by operations staff or the advisor. Group R4 occupancies have the same function as the Group R2.1. The Group R4 classification is permitted to have a maximum of 6 non-ambulatory clients. The FCIP advisor will conduct the initial inspection. Subsequent inspections will be conducted either by operations staff or the advisor. The Group I2 classification covers occupancies used for medical, surgical, nursing, or custodial care for people who are not capable of self-preservation or classified as non-ambulatory regardless of the number of clients. The FCIP advisor will conduct the initial inspection. Subsequent inspections will be conducted either by operations staff or the advisor. Let's start the inspection. The address must be clearly visible from the street on a contrasting background and not obstructed. Fire lanes shall be kept clear at all times. The markings need to be easily identified. Fire lanes are required to be stenciled every 30 feet or have signs every 100 feet facing traffic. Fire hydrants are required to have 3 feet of clear space. The caps need to be in place and the hydrant should not have any leaks. Check the fire department connection or FDC. Signage indicating the connection type is required. All FDCs must have caps in place and inlets free of debris with a minimum of 3 feet of clear space. Post indicator valves, or PIVs, and outside stem and yoke, or OS and Ys, must be locked in the open position. All these photos depict issues that need to be corrected. Continue the inspection to the interior and look for the license issued by the State of California. As previously stated, R2.1, R4, and I2 occupancies must be licensed. The FCIP advisor will conduct the initial inspection and will be inspected annually by operations. Check the alarm panel. All the lights should indicate the system is functioning normally. Some alarm panels have a display that provides detailed information about the system's status. Alarm panels are required to have backup power. When the backup power is provided by batteries, the installation date must be indicated directly on the batteries and replaced every 5 years. Documentation of weekly, quarterly, semi-annual, and annual testing and maintenance of the alarm system is required. If the fire alarm is out of service, a fire watch is required. The policy and instructions for fire watch can be found on the San Diego Fire Department's website. Locate the sprinkler riser. Doors to the riser room should be clearly marked and the room free of storage. This equipment is required to have at least 5 feet of clearance in all directions. The 5-year certification sticker is required to be affixed to the riser. Nothing is to be attached to any portion of this system at any time. Spare sprinklers representative of what is currently in use on site, and a wrench is also required. Interior standpipes have the same requirements as exterior standpipes. There should be no debris inside the inlets, and caps must be securely affixed. Again, nothing is to be attached to any component of this system. Documentation of monthly, quarterly, annual, and 5-year inspection, testing, and maintenance is required. Sprinkler systems are required to be inspected, tested, and maintained monthly, quarterly, annually, and every 5 years. No storage above or within 18 inches below the level of the sprinkler head is permitted. Nothing can be attached to any sprinkler system component. All photos show code violations that need to be corrected. If the sprinkler system is not functioning, a fire watch is required. The policy that addresses out-of-service systems can be found on the San Diego Fire Department's website. Fire doors shall be inspected annually at a minimum and repaired or replaced whenever damaged. Fire doors must self-close and latch and may not be propped open. All 3 photos show good examples of defeating the fire-rated assembly. When installed with permits and according to code, magnetic door holders may be used to hold fire doors open. When detectors are activated by smoke, the magnet releases the door and it should close and latch automatically. Magnetic hold-open devices require periodic testing and maintenance. Look closely at the photo on the upper right. The magnet that is supposed to connect with the hold-open assembly has been hooked to the top, thereby defeating the hold-open device. Fire doors are to be tested annually at a minimum by the owner or occupant to make certain they function properly. Fire door labels located on door and/or door jambs are not to be painted or removed. Here are some examples. All doors and door hardware must function properly. They should not stick or be difficult to open. There shall be no obstructions of any kind. All exit paths and doors must be free of all obstructions. Exit signs must be clearly visible from a distance and all bulbs must be working. The exit path is required to be illuminated. Emergency lighting must be capable of illuminating when there is no power. The boxes stored in the exit path and the chains on the exit doors are good examples of violations that need to be corrected immediately. Fire-resistive construction shall be maintained in an approved condition at all times. Only fire-rated materials shall be used to make repairs and must be equal in rating to the existing surface. The photos on the left and in the middle show breaches in the fire-resistive construction that should be repaired immediately. The photo on the far right has red fire caulking in the chases, restoring the fire-resistive construction. In order to have bedridden clients, special provisions must be in place. The building must be fully sprinklered. The clients are not allowed above or below the first floor, and the rooms must have a direct exit to the exterior. The doors to a bedridden client's room shall be made of wood, at least 1 3/8 inches thick, self-closing, positive latching, and provided with a gasket to seal both the sides and the top of the door. The door may not have a night latch, deadbolt, security chain, or similar device. All fire extinguishers must be visually inspected monthly and serviced annually. Records of this inspection and service shall be kept on site. The minimum size for extinguishers is 2A 10 BC. As with all other extinguishing equipment, a minimum of 3 feet of unobstructed space is required for access. Electrical rooms and panels must be free of combustibles. All breakers must be labeled, either by labeling each switch or completing the panel schedule. All open spaces are required to have approved blanks or covers. Extension cords are for temporary use with portable appliances only. When the portable device being powered is grounded, the extension cord shall be grounded as well. Extension cords must be plugged directly into a wall outlet or power strip with surge protection and may power only one portable device at a time. The photo on the left is a good example of which should not be in use. Cover plates must be in good condition and completely cover the outlet, switch, or box. All splices shall be inside electrical boxes. Extension cords cannot be used in lieu of permanent wiring, affixed to the structure, or go through walls. Extension cords should not be placed where they are subject to unseen damage, such as underfloor coverings. Thank you for keeping your occupancy safe. Your diligence will help ensure the safety of our residents who need a little help. Please contact the Fire Prevention Bureau with any additional questions.